going on, guys? So my wheels showed up from China, and unfortunately it's been a few weeks. The tracking still shows that they were in Hong Kong. It doesn't show any progress, but it all showed up, and I don't know still if it's probably not going to be complete by USTE. Just got a few days left to build, and I have to go to work a few of those days, so yeah. But plus it's rainy and cold. I can't really get out and paint, and I still don't even know how I want to paint this thing yet. But I got my wheels, so we're gonna go ahead and throw those on because that won't take too long. And yeah, so remember back to the old number 2 build, I had those diesel wheels, the RC 4-wheel drive diesel wheels, dualies in the rear. They quit making those. They quit selling them as RC 4-wheel drive. The only place I could find them was out of China. Extra Speed makes them, and I've seen them for sale on Amazon and eBay and stuff from sellers, but they're all out of China. So I ordered these just about as soon as I got the kit, because like I mentioned earlier in this series, that I like the heavy-duty trucks with a purpose. I'm not building some wild custom lowrider or chop top or nothing you'd expect, really. But I want to build a heavy haul truck and kind of period correct, maybe. I still don't have a clue about graphics or anything, but these old white diesel wheels, they are going to look a lot better than these Tamiya chromies, and this adds a little bit more depth to it. So let's get these things torn open and start putting them on. Alright guys, I'm tired of tiny screws. Bead locks are such a pain in the butt, but the look afterwards worth it. These things look fantastic. So they are more different than RC 4-wheel drives than I thought. One, the finish. The finish on these is more of a satin white. My RC 4-wheel drive ones were straight up gloss. The fronts have that extra ring that goes on the outside. It kind of made more sense to put it on the inside, but I did it on the outside because that's how everybody does. It's how they look on the package, and all the promotional material, they have them on the outside. But that ring has little round holes in it, and you're putting the nut over the round hole. They don't fit in them. It'd make more sense to turn the ring around, put it on the inside, so the head of the actual screw would set flush in it. But I don't know, I think then you'd have too much thread sticking out on the side. I don't know. Did it like it showed. The rears go together a lot better than the RC 4-wheel drive ones. The RC 4-wheel drive ones would never hold the bead. The bead lock ring was basically useless inside of it. It would just rattle around. And these bead lock rings are at least 3 times thicker than the RC 4-wheel drive ones. They are super fat aluminum, and it's holding great. These things, I think, will actually hold the wheel on here, hold the tire on. The one-piece hub, hex, holder, everything, much easier, so I didn't have to put nuts on all of the rears like I did on the front. You just thread straight down into the aluminum hub. It's got a 12 millimeter on the inside, and it has this protrusion on the outside with a plastic cap that screws on and actually looks like a hub. And the good thing about that being plastic, you can take it off and paint it. If you've seen any semi trucks with custom painted chassis, the hubs are painted. At least Peterbilt's how we do it at work. The hubs are left exposed most of the time. The actual axle ends, and they're painted to match the chassis. So they'll either be black. Most of the trucks come with a chrome cap that goes over it, and you never see it. But I know a certain fleet that we've built for oil-filled trucks, and they have blue chassis, and they want their hubs blue, and the paint doesn't like the hubs very well, and they have to repaint them a lot to keep them blue. But that's how it works. So that's kind of cool. We could paint those a color later once we figure out where we're going. Second issue, that's the things I like about them. They're easier to put together. The finish is satin. It feels good. It kind of seems thin in places, but the rear seem better quality finish than the fronts for some reason. So we've got our 12mm hex, and I've got, let's see, where's the other one? Where'd it go? The semi-trucks have a spline, unlike regular RC cars that have a slot. So this has a spline that actually fits on over that. But this wheel, somehow this 12mm hex is deeper. So we put this on, and now we're hitting the shock and the spring. So I've had to put spacers on all of these, which is kind of disappointing. I've not seen a whole lot of aftermarket hexes for these, so I don't know if they make one that's a little thicker. But in the meantime, I've got some washers that'll fit on here. And there's no reason why that won't work. I mean, we're barely bumping it out 2mm. So I don't think that'll be a problem as far as strength. This is aluminum. That's some kind of Tamiya metal. It'll hold just fine. Let me get this thing lined up. There we go. So, where's my other axle nut? Just throw the axle nut in there. And I kind of like that the cap that goes over it's plastic instead of metal. You can put it on real easy with your fingers. You don't have to have some $12 special tools that you have to buy separately to put on the cap that came with the wheel that you paid a whole fortune for. Now, I spent a fortune on these. I don't even remember. It's been so long since I ordered it. But I bought the set for this, and I bought a set for a future build that I haven't determined yet. But I actually found some of these wheels. I've been looking for them. I love them on the rat rods, so I picked up another set, one rear axle and one front axle, for something in the future. So there it is. I love that just plain Jane work truck look. And these wheels are not necessarily vintage. I see trucks every day that roll off the line with these wheels. They're just base model. Most trucks come from the factory with some Alcoas or something. But depending on what its purpose is and what companies are doing with it, a lot of them go with steel wheels. I've seen steel wheels on the back and the billets up front. So yeah, there's no right or wrong way to do it. I do wish I had some kind of front hub thing on there. Did not come with anything like that for the fronts. I found some online, but they're all aluminum, shiny, and expensive, and from China. So I don't know yet. That's one of the little details we got plenty of time to work out. But yeah, they made it from China, but unfortunately the build's not going to be complete for USTE. I've got one weekend left, and I've got a whole lot of other things to do for the trip, and a whole lot of packing, and I've got some stuff for the real car that I've got to get so I can pack and get to Florida with everything. So this is probably as far as it's going to get. I'm going to try to put the body on and maybe mount the bumper or something just so we kind of get a better look of it. But you never know. I may have a whole bunch of downtime this weekend. I don't foresee it, but I can try to get it done. But the transmission is going to take me a little bit. That's at least a few hours of work, if I remember correctly. But I'm going to wrap this one up, guys. I appreciate y'all watching and following along with this build. It's gotten a lot of views and a lot of feedback, and a lot of good feedback, really. So I appreciate it, and be sure to check out this video's sponsor. It's RC Hobbies, Remote Control Hobbies Orlando. I always try to abbreviate for some reason because I think that's how their Instagram is, RCH Orlando. But check them out. Give Nick a shout. Good guy. He's got lots of cool stuff. He's building some really cool rigs for UST I'm kind of jealous of. I just saw one last night. He's got a tow truck. So it's gonna be pretty cool. That's part of the reason why I'm not really disappointed in finishing this before the event, because I know I'm gonna see some crazy, amazing looking stuff out there, and I need to kind of see where the bar is so I can at least try to shoot for something with this. And you never know, I might find some ideas that I hadn't thought of and just really, find something that really stands out that I want to try to put my spin on. But anyways, be sure to check out Rifle Show Hobbies Orlando. Thank them for this build, and keep it scale. I'll see you all on the next one.